place. So this is the park. I'm surprised they found space at one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational area came first and the house came later, built around them. The healthy society required communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. The park is named after founding father of the empire, the great Solus Zolgalbus. Did we come to extract ceruleum or from the wrecked Magitech armor? No, we already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the Machina in the vicinity. But our ceruleum has been stolen. We must scour the city for every last drop. While I don't expect to find anything here, I decided to try one more time in case anything has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we'll commence with the search. I'm gonna look for some... Basically, ceruleum is basically the oil of this universe. They power all the machines, so the machine I'm writing right now is technically powered by ceruleum. If it's shining, it means that is something that we want. Look at my little ruby carbuncle, isn't it cute? Cursory inspection of wrecked Magitech armor confirms that fuel canister had long been since drained from ceruleum, as Julius says. Uis. Is it Julius? Uis? Muis? Felis? Fetus. Let's go, I feel powerful and tall. 3 heads tall, in fact. With these flashers, it's hard to tell, like... Ooh, there's a sightseeing spot over here, so... Let's go, go do some lookout. I'll get some experience points from doing that. Nice. Construction is built in the style of Imperial War Machina, armed with a battery weapon capable of transforming into different configuration, but on closer inspection it appears to be no more than the children's slide. Okay. Okay, people. Let's not get too excited. Oh, you see the last 2. Jump. 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 Oh. Map was Forum Soleus. Soleus. Several points of interest are marked on the map on Forum Soleus. The pond children's play area, to your knowledge, however, it would not require use of ceruleum. This is the wrong place to look at, guys. Shop counter. We're not gonna find anything here either. Although rather small by Garlean standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant stall, perhaps built for children to play at shopkeeper. There's nothing inside resembling magic, tech, or any device that would be fueled by ceruleum. Alright, Julius, what do you want? Oh, it's you. Any luck? Yeah, where is your game, Julius? This is a really bad place. No sign with any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help noticing gazing at the pond. Something the matter? What? Yes, I mean, no, It's just I'm used to bringing my brother and sister here to play. The pond is a heated stop, it freezes over. So like all other children, they had to just wait and splash about. Would have stayed there if they didn't drag them out. They would be sopping wet by when it's said and done. Every time. And every time when we get home, Mother would scold us, saying that we would be catch our death walking around like that. It's like freezing place. Why are you playing pond? So the pond was heated. Was cerulean power heater by chance? I suppose it might have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineer changing the tank below hatch. But it was a long time ago. The water still flows clear and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing. I don't remember the hatch might be. With the machinery mostly broken, amount of filth here is probably the reason why it hasn't frozen over. I wish you're still unbearably cold though. Euless, what's your thought on magic? Average Garlean will jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first and the few foreign signifier in Medici, so it doesn't scare me. Then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now? Alphinaud, if you have a knack of finding dry wood, why don't you bring some? Once it's done, blast it with fire will do a trick. Leave it to me. Why is he good at finding wood again? You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. The tank isn't going to fetch itself. Nothing so involved as extracting an unprocessed cerealium as a frozen lake, like how the tappers do. I'm talking about a shallow pond in the park, so we'll have some warming up after. But that's insane! So fancy a dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. Last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside if I drink the pond dry. That way, we'll find it in no time. And see if the Garleans actually understand our humor. That may be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in a while. That's saying something considering who my brother is. I can't follow your enthusiasm though. Let's do it my way first. If that doesn't work, perhaps you can try your method with Alphinaud's help. Alfie! Alright, let's do it. Okay, it's not that deep. Points of interest. What do you find, baby? You delve into murky water, come empty-handed, adding injury to insult, the icy wind on damping clothing, chilling you to the bones. Chilling you to the bones! Oh, I'm actually taking damage, man. That's fun. That's cute. You delve into murky water, but come out empty-handed, adding injury into the wind, chilling to the bones. Same thing. Nothing that will kill you, though. Chilling to the bones. Same thing. I'm not gonna read it again. Beneath the water, a finger catches on what you think it might be a handle. That's it. Oh, that's cute. You open the hatch and retrieve a cerealium tank. By yourself in the cold. However, grand discovery comes with a good personal cost as you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and rancid odor emanating from every atom of your body. Julius doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver him your prize. Dead. My level's too low to do this quest. Did you find anything? I hope you did. Yeah, I did. I found something important. That's it! That's it! There's some still cerealium left. Oh, there's fire still not ready. Hold on. I'll give Alphinaud a hand. Oh, he's warming up to us. So cute. He hates foreigners. Call me out Don because by fire I am reborn and my clothes are mostly dry now too. I appreciate you recovering cerealium. I wish you'd taken time to discuss the plan before me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated in Lord Quinton's side, you're still envoys deserving protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but oh well ends well. Ulysse, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contribution to the Empire awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like those days? Everything you can imagine, and so much more. Even during the cold winter, we have always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming from the snow, taking off your coat, sitting down for a hot meal with family. Visiting family and relatives, receiving at the same welcome, knowing that they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights and all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and sound of happiness. And although the summers came and went too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt, and the forgotten grass makes a triumphant return. Gray clouds gave away the blue skies. Some mornings, we'd climb up on top of the tallest building we could find and watch the sunrise. Never again, those rooftops are rubble. Those friends dead, and those memories, if I can reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon our chance will come, we just need to hold on a little longer. Oh, I got some gloves. Alright, Euless, what do you have? Now that fire has burned out, Euless is ready to move on. Alright, now you've recovered from the escapades in the pond. There's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park. Okay, let's go. Jump, jump, jump on it, jump, jump. As you can see, this place is littered with remnants of various types of war machina. While my constraints and I have already recovered the tanks from less damaged units, those that look a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, that time being now. Rather than price them apart piece by piece, it will be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosive. With luck, we'll have access to tank without rupture them. Through the force generated by these devices relatively weak, we would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before bothering though, you should check the machine's surveillance gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use the explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Ooh. Understood, let's get to work. I hope you're not getting dizzy. I like to just do that. It may be ADD thing. Yeah, it's one of those things I think people might get sick of me talking about it, but it's just literally affects all parts of your life. But you just kind of can't talk about it. You literally think about it all the time. Oh my gosh, almost died. Let's see what it's like to kill one though. Alright, summon my little bird. Summon my little pet. Alright, that's clobber this piece of gas tank. Yeah! Oh my gosh. Does so much damage. It's awesome. We should probably eat more food though. According to the surveillance gauge, the gas is empty. Instead of removing an outer casing and receiving the surveillance tank, you find out to be completely empty. Good use of my time. Destroyed magic attack armor. Surveillance gauge appears to have been broken, giving no authority to determine how much it might hold. Okay, you treat the walk machina and surveillance defined. It's half full or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, Julius will be greatly pleased by your discovery. So his name should be Julius because of this being a Roman theme kind of empire. Yeah, he's probably will be preferred to go by Julius. Let's assume that. A little Julius, but it's Julius. More explosive? Wait, is that what I think it is? Sucker! You've done it again! Truly, luck is on our side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. Time to heat it back! Wait here while I go see how Alice and Alphanut are faring. Okay, let's go see our friends. Oh, I just have to wait here. Sometimes the developer here are so literal. It's just like, wait here, and then he's like, okay, I guess I'll literally wait here instead of just cutting to the next cutscene. Alright, we bought heat for the cold enemies. Looks like they're getting along better.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Mm-hmm.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up.
It's a trap, guys.
Keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Thanks, Thancred. He's a ninja that has the ability to, like, hide himself.
Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Let's go!
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
We savages.
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
Let us use healing magic on you guys.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Aren't you listening in? Like, the collars actually are like,
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
They're gonna go into Garlean mold.
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
Just give us some wood and we can cast for fire for ya.
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Euless spoke?
Oh, so it's Euless, not Julius.
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alize are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
Oh my gosh, this sucks.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Yeah, you're morally confident. Get him out here. Yeah, the biggest key to drive away racism or nationalism is actually exposure to other people. Like, the more you travel, the more you meet, the more you know, the more compassionate you become. You realize that not everyone... Okay, let's do it. Everything will be fine, providing they do not resist. Once again, Euless have been entrusted with an enviable task. Your company backed me to camp, where I meet your leaders and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before depart, however, there is something I would like to ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies of surrender will need to be transported in. The task falls onto the legionary Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot the Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that they are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the IYL for the details in those words. Once you sing to that, meet me by the exit. What does that even mean? Okay, let's go back to beast mode. Go back to beast mode. Tertium, that's what it's called. Should I switch my mount? I just feel like a chicken inside of a snowman is probably the best thing ever. I'm a chicken inside a snowman. Oh, did I go the wrong direction? Yeah, I totally went the wrong direction. We need to go down to the... we need to go underground again. I'm so dumb. There's an arrow and everything, and now I can't find where to go. Yeah, I should unlock some hunts while I'm here. Well, next time I'm in the 8th ride, let's go on some hunts. How the story's going makes it really hard to Don't leave the area. What is he riding on? It's on a chair? Oh, that's so cute. Oh. Oh, I should also dress up my chocobo. Let's see what we can wear. The chocobo can wear. He's super ugly right now. Okay, what will make him very comfortable? Oh, Byakko? That will look cool in the snow. Byakko. I'm gonna give you a Byakko outfit. Yeah, that's very cute. Nice. You're like a white tiger. Which makes more sense. Okay, Marcellinus, what do you want from me? Oh, that's what some of my little carbuncle. You again. Ask the IL, he said. Hehehe. Well, that's the weight of it after all of this. Yeah, you're not even like a real Garlean. How ironic that you should be the one to deliver news. If those are my orders, then so be it. For the glory of Garmold. Oh, Jungmonger, what do you have for me? No, you won't sell anything for me. Would you help me mend stuff? Oh, be gone. Okay. We're not friends yet, and he doesn't want to help us. Alright, Clivia, what do you want with me? Ask the I will. So the Quintus has reached a decision. I knew he will understand. He will recognize the savage is a ruthless, merciless creature to defeat him. We too must be uncompromising. I'm ready. In the name of the Emperor Varus and for the glory of Garmold, I will fulfill my duty. What does that even mean? So I need to go upstairs now. I summon. What should I write on? We can write. I summon a ghost. People call this the sperm mount, but I don't really think that's what it looks like. It's cute. There's like a cat on top of it. Let's go. Yeah, this is a limited event mount. It's awesome. Alright, Euless, what do you want? Have you done as instructed? The duties involve more than transportation supplies, don't they? Okay, I have a message I have to. Yep. Okay. I just found out I might teach today, which is going to be awesome. If Chelsea doesn't show up. Yeah. So we'll play until 11, and then I'll start reading some of the stuff I need to read about. I really should get more hunt marks. The free EXP that I'm not getting every day. Okay, let's go kill some slashers. Boom, boom. Destroy everything in its wake. Destroy. Yeah, it's just like, it's hard to get used to the timing of all of these. Oh shoot, I'm gonna get caught. So what does Ruin 2 go to? What's Ruin 4 though? Do I need to put Ruin 4 on my bar? Oh yeah, I don't have. Let's put Luren 2 over here, and Ruined 4 over here. Okay. Maybe that will make more sense. Ooh, another monster to kill. That looks fun. Automated death machine sounds a little tough. Oh shoot. Okay, that makes sense. Ulyss linger by our ruins, reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay, unable to move on. Wait here? Oh, he's gonna go through a moment that anime characters do.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to...
Oh, poor kid. He killed his family out of necessity.
I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
I love my little pudgy foot. I'm just like...
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Aww. Just gonna go halfway and waiting for him to come over.
It's so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections. A cold, and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristic. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look
Oh
beyond
no,
the banners
he's
and
gonna
the
die.
politics,
He's gonna die.
to see people as individuals.
He's
with
learned
their
all
own
the
hopes
lessons
and
he needs to
dreams.
learn.
As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace.
Happiness
But
in
not
the
until
midst
the
of
Sloth and I
sorrow.
have been
What an
defeated once
apt theme
and
for
all.
like the pandemic we're in.
And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority. all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Oh, this is so cute.
Thank you, Alice.
The scouts have secured Alizé and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Ambush!
You're not gonna defeat us.
Coming, make ready!
You're not gonna defeat us.
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlean,
Don't die. I like you
the
now.
fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return! Stop, both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies. Every word.
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Oh no. No! Don't do it! 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 No, we need you. We need some Garlean help.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
No. 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 So I probably won't have to teach anymore, so we'll keep playing. There's no Lord Quintins to speak to anymore, so... Ooh, is that a rogue? Oh, Fenro. We don't see much of those. Oh, poor guys. And the best part about these stories is that the fundamental story is the same. That people are just people, and I wish people see the world the same way as this story teaches. Here's when King spare a few moments to assist me. Situation rather dire, I'm afraid. Even now, our healer continues to treat the inferior troop can counter on the Magnet Gleesy, and prolonged use of curative magic pushing beyond their limits. To make the matters worse, spending too much time around the temple with their raving and thrashing about takes tolls on their carers. Dare say a few words of encouragement from the champion Eorzea will help raise their spirit. I also have a few bottles of ether to relieve their fatigue. Would you mind distributing these among the healers? Why can't you do that yourself? How far are they? East, to the east. I beg your pardon, I hear you're a man of the world. We have a slight problem, knowledge might help solve it. Actually, they came to me first. When it came to anything other than martial arts, I'm unable to put out much in the way of assistance. I did, however, offer someone that I can, so hopefully make myself useful. A man of Maelstrom is over at the storeroom, no doubt scratching his head as we speak. I'm sure it can benefit from your wisdom. Scouts might excel at keeping themselves hidden, but even their own comrades, they cannot locate them. It's surely afoot. Please wait a moment of your time. A friend who sent out the reconnaissance has gone far too long. She's not responding to her link pearl. Would you help me look for her? I knew you would. Let's split up. Search around the camp while you can for the lake. Here's some ether for you. Warrior of Light, it's an honor to meet you. Oh, I'm just doing my job, that's all. No need to thank me. Well, truth be told, it's beginning to wear on me bit by bit. I lost a friend to tempering. Every time we managed to cure one of the afflicted, I reminded those we couldn't save. If only we had a way to treat them before they were... Let's not let such help cloud my mind. We are all very grateful for the work of the science in creating this treatment. For my part, I will do everything in my power to save as many as possible. It was I just looking for. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Realm Lord of Ishgard, and we have been put in charge of our arrangement with the Tappers Stand, you see. However, the first Tappers have come bearing Cerulean has asked us quite a lot of us, as you can say so. They wish our help in getting the Juturna Platform G up and running. The very same platform that hit the Imperial Primary Energy Pipeline. What's more, he's Garlean. I was convinced that engineering left the Tappers Land were conquered territories. In any case, I was not qualified to judge the motive of the man. I feel much more at ease if someone very experienced helped make the call. Thank you for willing to assist. Let's go and speak to the Tappers in question, and he's a man of Appius. Oh, we have some healers from Mole. Here's some ether. Oh, I've seen you before. You bravely fight the Nadam, as I recall. You're bearing gifts? Oh, treating the Tempers is a lot harder than I imagined. Before we came here, I only heard rumors of the condition, but now seeing with my own eyes, no one deserves to be like that. No one. That's why our work is so important. Once I finish resting, as I was ordered, I should return to the patients. Thank you for your kindness. So if we get all these people back, we might be able to get a whole entire legion of helpers. The question is where they're probably all locked in here, huh? That's what's going on. I suppose you have followed your friend Remus to want to fetch. You have my thanks for getting him to agree to my proposal. I do not misunderstand. I have yet to agree to such a thing. I merely want someone else to present at our talk. Very well. I believe my proffered deal will be a boon to us and the Isilbar contingent alike. I used to be working at Unitar G platform, you see. I know more than most about the facility and its operation. That may be so, but your relations with the facility notwithstanding, why would a guardian such as yourself be still taking refuge in Tapper's Den? We've been led to believe that the former worker residing there were from other territories. You're right on the technicality. I was a supervisor rather than your typical staff. When the platform went down, and it seemed right that I stay with my crew. I always thought that we were close, but living alongside them, Tappers made me realize that I took them and their skills for granted. And that's saying nothing for my blind eyes. I turned to their struggles. That's where I cling to you. It's high time I be some real use to them, and everyone else if we're lucky. If we manage to get the platform back in working order, it will drastically increase our capacity to pump and refine ceruleum to everyone in this region. Sadly, we have more than a few hands short for the full workforce, not to mention the lack of supplies. Which precisely where you come in. Help us get the things running again, and we'll share our ceruleum coming out of the rig. You couldn't come up with a more mutually beneficial arrangement if you tried. So he says, what do you think? He seemed trustworthy. You to me? Yes, I've been leaning towards that way myself. Ultimately, he says about potential benefit is true. Nevertheless, I doubt the hell else will assent to this. I suppose that's how it goes when you're dealing with military types. For what it's worth, I do understand hesitancy to throw your lot with someone that's from a hostile nation. Thus, part 2 of my proposal is I shall be a service to prove myself worthy of contingent's pros. I had looked around the fringe of the camp before you arrived, and I have sought a few cerulean engine I need to prepare. If I fix them up, your superiors will have no reason to suspect that I want to see you driven out. Less reason in any case. Seeing as with local technology will go a long way, I'd imagine. That said, I have not heard anything about cerulean engine we have scavenged breaking down. It's not as if they're completely useless yet, but I guarantee you that they're not running as they should. Give me an opportunity, I can get them more efficiently and safely. You're welcome to accompany while I do so. That way you can ensure I do not get anything you suspect, and vouch for me with your superiors. I have no objections. I trust you sense anything amiss. Make me do all the work, will you? Let us begin with a proper inspection, then. We can get to work as soon as you're ready, Gareth. Alright, Gareth, let's go. Appius. Although the ultimate objective is to get the engine running at full capacity, the purpose of the inspection work is to get the parts that we need. However, I hate to fumble something that accused of sabotage, so I appreciate if you would lay hands on the device. Never fear, I'll be right behind you, tell you what to look for. We will expect 3 of them. Should they have a decent idea of what needs to prepare, lead the way. Players is now accompanying you. Keep in mind, set in order to proceed with quest objective. If we can, since you are speaking. Awesome. Here's a friend. Perpetually superior officer. I saw someone come to help. I never thought it would be you. Well, since you're here, I'd like to take a look at the container recovered from Agnes Glacie. It's one of several, in fact, though we succeed in cracking out the door open. The stubborn bucket refuses to yield. All I know is the 4-letter password needs to unlock it. That might be, but I don't have the foggiest idea. There might be someone around here who knows what it is or can point us in the right direction. Could you ask around for me? Only 4 letters. How is possible combination is that? Remember, the 3 engine in total you'll be touching, so you're not going to help me with that. Okay, we need to find the password. Halcia. Sorry, I didn't know the exact code, but given the container belongs to the 3rd Legion, perhaps the password has some sort of significance to them. Wow, they're making these quests a little harder than they used to be. Conversation with Halcia. Belong to the 3rd Legion. Sorry, someone so with them might lead us to the answer. Well, that's not helpful. Wait, can I talk to them again? Belong to 3rd Legion. Oh, okay. Let's see what kind of quest can we retrieve. Alright, Wilhelm, what do you have for me? Oh, they're part of the... I understand common people choose date and so forth special importance as their password. As I remember the 3rd, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps the anniversary is along something in that line? Appius has yet to arrive. Make sure you decide before attending. Oh, where do you go? Where's Appius? I need you. I need you. Oh, there's some 3rd Legion people. Container? Sorry, I've never had much to do with them, but if you have clues that leads to the password, a little background information on 3rd Legion might be of use. It was formed the 1st year of the Emperor Solus' reign and spent the first few decades engaged in campaigning across the northern territories. On its 42nd year, exemplary service to the Empire, it was assigned a new role, protection of the capital, far more prestigious position. Let's go find Appius. Do we lose him if we, How do we lose him? Where are you? Oh, I probably, as soon as I get on the... Yeah, I can't get on the mount. Let's go! Boing, boing, boing. Boing, 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 boing. Oh shoot, that's not what I want. Oh, I just expected some. There's a quest right here that we need to do. And there's also like a... Yeah, there's something really close here, so I'm gonna go grab. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? That looks so cold. Manuki? I have a question. Do I look imposing, intimidating, perhaps? Sorry, you must think it's strange I asked such a thing. The truth is, I encountered a boy near one of the storerooms. When I called out to him, he ran away from the sight of me. I was only trying to lend a helping hand. Later, I learned that the place was used for a granary, and the lad was most likely searching for food. Now, thanks to me scaring him out, he probably go to hungry. I couldn't live with myself starved because of me. I feared that he would only run off if I tried to approach him. Perhaps you can go in my stead? You might find him more easily with his telescope. Maybe Kami guide you. Okay. Let's see. Looks like, oh, found a ceramic tank. Nice. Here's the last engine, I hope. Praise to Deaf Hands, I have an idea what our next step ought to be. Perhaps it would be best to appraise room of our progress first. Oh, we'll probably switch to our friend over here. How's our engines? I fear that echo of these examined programs will break down sooner or later should you continue using them in their current state. Surely you jest. I swear to integrity as an engineer. Your direst need of instruction of proper operations to run your engines. Your little lamp light up when you touch the switch, correct? That only illuminates when there's an issue with the engine. They were switched off for want of fuel when the settlement was abandoned, no doubt, which prevented them from burning out, only to let them freeze solid. Instead, you turn them on. From the state that they're in, I can only assume that it didn't occur to you to warm them up first. I know that heating technology is of your own, but what will you do? No good if the engine power them break, won't it? You will have nothing to lose and everything to gain from assistance. I'm a machinist for frozen climb myself, and you say it sounds possible enough. Very well. On behalf of the camp, I formally ask you to repair cerulean engines. I suppose this means I'll take responsibility if anything goes wrong, so you will use your own two hands this time. That's the spirit. I knew it would come around. I don't kind of want that outfit. That looks cool. Room mounts perhaps require some thawing. Here you'd be more excited. You need to inquire more additional part from your repair. I cannot say I saw any spare while standing on camp. Oh, it's a good, quick thinking machine like yourself on my side. No amount of flattery convinced me to take you on my superior era. We have physical proof of your good intention. Now focus, please. Are the spare required? Yes or no? Yes. You're awfully tense about the shelter. Did you know that? I will be needing the replacement carburetor for one of the engines. Unfortunately, it's the same sort of engine I'm working monitoring in Station G. Last I checked, I ought to be finding what we need there. I saw the faulty parts and made my own other repair. I will warm the engine up properly. That should clear any cerulean residue that should allow them to run at full capacity once more. With that in mind, would you like to take things apart? You fetch the carburetor for me. Do you even know what a carburetor is? No, I don't know. He's a bona fide hero, Nino. You can't just ask him to do your bidding. Not really at that. I used to being ordered around. If you're certain, you didn't look sort of too connected with the cerulean engine core. Many magic tech device utilizes them. If it belongs to the third region, it will be spawned pixelized but most easy to remember. The information will be a history legion that will lead to worth following with no way of entering a number, only letters. Wait, Garlean numerals. If C3 is written I, then if I take 42, hold on, XLII, is that right? Let's try it, worth a try, I suppose. It worked! Let's inspect our treasure. Oh, what the hell is this? A flag? Why would your brother keep something like that locked away? I would not pretend to understand the way, but let's assume they have good reason treating a bit of cloth with such reverence. Probably best to leave it undisturbed. I have no intention of offending anyone. Can I ask the past on the word that will be found? Thanks. Thanks for your help. Alright, investigation finally reaches a conclusion. Garlean flag. Who are whites to be treated with respect? Chain and bears represent unity between people and the Empire. Unity is all but lost. To think that banner will be locked away rather than raised proudly, it's valid Garlean past. Lo, they have long been our enemy. To see a people brought so low, forgive me. I've been spoken over too much. Though the search did not uncover any resources to speak of, at least the mystery lock container may be laid to rest. You have our things. Alright, that's I may get aggroed really quick. No aggro, great. Summon him just in case. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a boy. That's a young man, not a boy. You spot the boy carrying the crate in the direction of the liminal station IV. When I say IV, I mean fourth, because I know my Roman numerals. Hungry lupus, lupinus, carnus lupus. Wait, there's hungry ones and there's. Oh no, I just have really bad reading comprehension. Oh shoot, I'm gonna get aggroed. The new feel for Summoner is awesome. Like, look at this. Okay, we're gonna do some crazy stuff. Oh, I have another guy? Boom. 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 What do we have here? I need to, collection, Aether Compass. Okay, that will be a great spot. To the north. Oh, I'm right here. Okay, let's kill some. Let's kill some babies. One more. Ruby right. Nice. What does Undying Flame do? Ah, there's a local boy. Hello, this chicken would like to ask you a question. What do you want? Saw me? Did you? So what? I don't have anything to do wrong. Finders keepers. This food ain't just for me, so others need it too. I know you're just trying to help, but we can look after ourselves. Your friends worry about this. Tell them we'll be alright until this food runs out anyways. Oh, poor guy. So much poverty and death. Emperor's Rose. That looks tough. Overgrown rose. Oh, that would be a fun to join, but I probably won't make it in time. Let's see. There's some engines to take. Monitoring Station G. Some cerulean tank. So-called carburetor seems to be in better days. Perhaps the Serene Angel has a nicer one. Yeah, this is probably the better one. Carburetor seems to be intact. IPS will know for certain. Oh, a fight! Game fight! Game fight! I love fights. Alright, Carbuncle, you ready for some rumble? Boom. Boom. Yeah, the first window is so big on this thing. Thank goodness you're here. Don't mind me. This man's desperately in need of aid. Ugh. Like you used your help, I called out to him and he bolted in fear. That's one of those fiends that appear now and pounced on him. A large rush defended enough is already signaled to its packmate, and they had me on the back foot when you arrived. With a call of assistance, my hands are already full, but thanks for your timely intervention. We can find some troop to take this poor fellow in safety. We move him to a more secure location until our comrades are here. Meanwhile, we're perfectly capable of conveying the situation via Link Pearl, perhaps to set their mind at ease, if you would like to speak to them in person. The things you make me do in person. Dude, I want to do a dungeon in this. Looks fun. Appius. Oh yeah. Not a moment too soon. Were you able to find the carburetor? Yes, I was. This will do. Now remnants, and I can finish up the engine in no time at all. Everything's in order, should be much more efficient, and you will notice they stopped me making strange ominous voice. I must say, I'm taking back your abundant skill. Allow me to thank you on behalf of everyone in Camp Broken Glass. Well, the pleasure is all mine. Happy to be of service. You seem genuine about that. Tell me, do you have some sort of connection to Camp Broken Glass? In a way, I hail from Laterum, as it happens. It was a village here, precisely your camp is now. It acted as a checkpoint for those visiting capital, but it was also home to the rig workers in our family. Obviously, much has happened since I last called this place home, but my heart of hearts, it will always be. I must apologize. We're affecting and occupying your home, yet placed full of burden, proving to be good faith in our dealings upon you. Oh no, couldn't blame you for that. We can hardly find a valuable alternative to Lateran, knowing that we can never defend ourselves against wandering bands and mattering soldiers. That reality is no more your fault than ours. Even if you're vacated right this instant, I doubt many of us will return. We simply don't have the resources. Until Jurntuna platform cheese back in order, that is. Truth be told, your presence here is somewhat daring me to hope. If you agree to help me now, there might be coming day that other survivors that cannot come home. Fairies above, I certainly couldn't turn you away now. Now you've proven yourself with this work today. I have no lingering qualms about your approaching my superiors with your proposal. Truly, I could kiss you. We sense a brooding romance. Alright. Remnants are surprisingly keen to get the platform up and running. If there's no objection, I will speak to Quartermaster about getting necessary man and supplies operations straight away. He's stationed right over here in the pavilion. Can I trouble you to accompany me? It might be help if others can testify IPS sincerity competence. Great idea. What are we waiting for? Good question. One would think you didn't have care in the world. Let's pray that Estidalt will find him rather amused, rather irritated. So I'm starting to understand why these side quests are here. It kind of helps build the world a lot better with these side stories that the main stories just cannot do with the time they have. Gods be good. I'll dispatch the troop here at once. You're lucky that you got there when they did. I wonder what drew the civilian to such dangerous place to begin with. Perhaps he went in search of supplies? I doubt he'd find much food in that particular area. So it must be fuel that he was after. If you were him, I will try an enormous extraction facility on the lake. But it sounds like he was hoping to get cerulean from the water itself. It seemed tricky task for the best of time, although I suspect foes around these parts have their methods, so if there could be probably stay holed up for months on end, providing there's enough food to go around. The main thing is that he and my friend are no longer in any danger. I see that now, every bit of hero as you are. Not that I ever doubted it. Alright, Quartermaster. Remanol, I see you brought us to Cannon. This is envoy from Tepper's Den. Yes, you see, sir, it all began with Appius here. Appius. I see. It'd be certain to boon for us if the platforms restore to working order. No doubt. So you will agree to help? On one condition, you must confirm that the platform can be reactivated. We aren't blessed with a surfeit of personnel and resources, you know. Let's reaching out to the tappers to begin with. We can't waste time, manpower, and operation at little chance of success. Remember now, you're tasked with assessing the current state of Juturna Platform G, as well as the precise resource we need to commit to reactivating it. I shall make my final decision on how to proceed once I am fully abreast of the situation. Yes, sir. In that case, Gareth and I will accompany you. We ought to stop making decisions on Gareth's behalf. I would be glad of the company. Meet us at Juturn Platform G, if you would. Appius will help us carry the equipment. Alright. And I guess you kind of just like get to meet everyone in the camp, so that's cool. Menuki. Do you manage to track him out? Yes, sirree. Yes, I did. What a relief. Though his outright refusal to help is concerning, we came here with best intention, barely moments considering how people of government might feel towards us. I suppose it's only natural to be wary. If they won't accept our aid, we'll still make their life a little easier. We'll start by making the area around the granary safer, so they can gather food whenever they please. Here, I'll have you give me peace of mind. Money, money, money. Not so money in a rich man's world.